Garrett, Garrett.
Okay. What grade are you going to be in this year?
Oh, I'm going to be a freshman.
Freshman.
Thoughts on band camp so far?
I think it's really fun, like, playing with, like, my friends and, like, people in other grades is, like, meeting and being with friends is really fun. Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Getting to meet new people is pretty cool.
Couldn't get nothing, but we'll never run out. We'll be free spirits. Can you hear me calling?
My favorite band memory was probably traveling to KMEA my junior year and performing there. That was a really cool experience.
I really enjoyed going to Cincinnati and playing Mafia on the back of the bus.
Favorite memory is probably just any time talking with Lysando and Bach and everyone after school in the hallway or in the band room. The community that we have is just very nice and I really like it.
My favorite band memory is when we were in a competition in Nebraska and we were super hyped for finals, and then right before we were about to go on, lightning struck down right next to us, so we had to run and go cram into like the two small band trailers and wait there until it stopped raining.
Jessa was passing off the national anthem for the assembly for Mr. Lysando, so a small group of us all gathered around the flag and were saluting it, and so when she stopped, we all said the Chiefs part at the same time when she finished, and she got really mad because she hates the Chiefs stuff.
Spending some quality time with some pretty great people at every competition.
My favorite band memory has to be when Jonathan threw up at the Disney Hotel.
Where I was throwing up my guts in Disney, definitely super fun. But honestly, it was really fun. The throwing up part, we were dropping like flies, but.
My favorite band memory would probably be when we went to Disney, just sitting in the hotel room with my friends and just spilling tea and talking about all of our problems and stuff. That was a really good time.
The entirety of the Disney trip. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of things did not go as planned. I mean, half the band had Ebola at some point or another. It was rainy for the most part. A lot of roller coasters broke down, and Rusty even lost his ticket and got locked out of Universal on the first day. I mean, everybody bought lightsabers. The rides that did work were genuinely awesome. I loved the marching portion at Magic Kingdom, even though I stepped in a puddle and my shoe was wet for the entire day. And just the chance to hang out with the gang in Disney and Universal was just pretty awesome and genuinely. I really wouldn't trade that for anything else, and I think it was my favorite memory by far.
The morning before we left for BOA St. Louis, we were doing a run through and Ben Cohen came up to me and started clapping in my ear because I was playing a rhythm wrong, and I started crying and I was so upset. And then I just saw Eric behind him going like this and making fun of Ben.
Sophomore year for the Blue Valley Showcase. I guess excitedly left school, really ready to, perform and everything. Having fun on the bus on the drive there. I get there, I'm in my uniform, and start warm up, and I realize I don't have my instrument. I left my instrument at school. Boy, was that fun.
Our stay at the cursed Ramada Inn.
One of the football games, it was really cold, and so Mr. Penny snuck all of the guard into that tunnel thing that the football players run out of, and we stayed warm until pregame.
Either freshman year, just winning at UCM, or senior year, was it Washburn? Senior year, Washburn, the competition there was really fun.
My favorite band memory was winning UCM my freshman year, because we were all on the field when they called our name, and so it was super fun to be able to celebrate with everybody on the field at one time. One time
at the Valhalla marching show, this was the same marching show that an egg got thrown at us. Nick Bauer walked in with us, and when he was walking by, he showed them the little stamp on his hand, and he said, "I'm with the Thieves Guild." And that was just the funniest thing ever to me.
We were trying down a memory, a cemetery full of bottles that ain't incomplete when you're loving more.
My band confession,
I never memorized the ballad to Fireborn or Strength of the Pack. I kind of just was like, here's the keyword, here are some chords that I eventually play, and then I made it up.
Every once in a while, when I have the metronome for stretch block, Lysandro would be like 116, and then I would put it at 115.
Finding out where Kevin lives.
It was during a pep game that Jake and I decided to bring one of our more dented cowbells down to the game and tape it to the wall so we could hit it better, obviously. So me and Jake spent the entire night just banging on the cowbell. We didn't have any other instruments to play, so what more are you going to do than bang on the cowbell? And then we finally realized after about 2 or 3 hours that the cowbell had gone from being bent outwards to being closed shut. And as my confession, I'm here to say I also hit the cowbell. I spent a solid 20-30 minutes banging on the top, hitting the side, and yeah, I was whoops.
So my sophomore year, when the whole playground equipment altercation thing happened, I may or may not have been a part of that, and we were also thinking about sneaking that thing onto the bus and taking it back to Southwest as a mascot.
I was at cross country way longer than I needed to most days. And I also have a vivid memory of me eating pancakes watching you guys practice on a Saturday practice, so that was kind of fun.
I've never been to a summer marching band sectional where we actually played any music.
I have like 4 rifles in my house. I probably don't need them. I've broken 2 of the wooden ones, but then we got plastic. Oh yeah, every band camp I'd probably eat a couple of those acorns. I definitely put some rocks and feathers either into someone's saxophone or into their case.
During New Timberwolf night, my freshman or sophomore year, I can't remember which, Crystal Rathburn and I were taking Mr. Lysando's computer back to his office, and we found a video that looked like it could be a show reveal, and we were getting revealed the show in a couple weeks. And so we watched the video and we thought it was the show, and so we were super excited. It was a really cool show. It ended up not being the show, but it was so fun because we thought we knew the show before.
All of the marching trombones, the silver trombones, are the exact same, and my tuning slide was dented. So rather than getting a different trombone, because I like number 7, I just took one of the tuning slides from a different trombone and put it into my trombone and traded out the tuning slides, so mine wouldn't be dented.
Advice in my section, honestly, just don't be stupid. I mean, that's a broad term, but just don't be stupid.
Jordan especially, you are such a great section leader, and all y'all were so much better this year as a whole section, as a section family. We all count loudly now, you can hear us.
My advice would be to try your best and
have fun and not be too serious.
Hey color guard, I have a couple tips of advice. One advice is to not use the Hey Color Guard chant very often because people will make fun of you, but it's okay.
Don't be dumb. I believe in all of you. You guys are great.
My advice for future and current percussionists is to get used to Kevin flipping the script on you. One day you'll be playing the marimba with your favorite marimba sticks, and the next day Kevin will ask you to play him with drumsticks. And the day after that, he'll ask you to do a handstand, and then finally you'll just be playing the timpani. And another thing, make sure you don't question Kevin about it, because he'll deny it. He'll be like, "What? You've always been playing the timpani, haven't you? You never played the marimba. I don't remember you playing the marimba."
Advice to section: never change. The low brass section is supposed to be weird and filled with a bunch of weirdos. Always randomly be knitting at football games and stuff. Don't ever stop knitting.
Try new things. Ask questions, because you don't want to be the kid that's you could have asked the question a while ago, but now you're just clueless out there. Don't eat the acorns. It was kind of comical. Don't give in to the bandwagon, okay?
To the clarinets, I'm really gonna miss all of you. It's been a great 4 years. And to the band, thank you for making this a great 4 years for high school.
My last tip of advice is to believe in yourself and push yourself because everybody else already believes in you, so that's all you gotta do is believe in yourself.
One, always listen to Mason McGee. He seems to be the person with the most senses about him. Just like, no matter how much the other sections judge Pitt because of how weird and creepy we are, like, just keep doing it because it's fun.
Don't let your personal drama affect how you spend your time in band, because if you do, it gets really hard to actually enjoy band. And to my section specifically, I would just say play out more, and if you guys get a feature this year in the show, don't wait until the last minute to practice it. We don't want to repeat it this year.
Goodbye, percussion. Keep on making memes of Kevin, and most importantly, the buttons. Keep them coming.
To my team, thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Thank you for letting me lead you the past 2 years. I'm so grateful that I got to know each and every one of you, and I'm always one phone call away if you need me.
It's definitely just catch it and you'll be fine. No, just believe in yourself and try your best. Never give up, even if you can't get it the first few times. We're all in the same boat and you'll get it eventually.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. You don't know.
Peace out, I'm going to Michigan.
Honestly, I would just like to say thank you to Mr. Losando especially, because he came in my freshman year and he really taught me how to be a great musician and like what hard work truly meant, like with his background with the Navy, and I think that really helped shape me be the guy I am today.
Thank you, Mr. Losando and Ms. Bach, for working with me or just for working with me, period, I guess. You're gonna have to edit this a lot, I'm so sorry. I have learned so much from you and I'm very honored. I will definitely put to use a lot of things that I've learned in band in college and the rest of my life. And I've loved it so much here. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Mr. Losando for welcoming me in sophomore year. Yeah, thank you to Mr. Penny for being really, really fun and energetic and helping me realize who I could be like in guard.
I'm gonna miss singing in band. I don't like that I have to leave now and join a whole completely other band. That's scary. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss this community.
My final goodbye, I want to say thank you to Mr. Losando. I wouldn't have joined band if you hadn't, given me so much love my sophomore year in honors music theory. I want to say thank you to Ms. Bach. You've inspired a love for learning more about other kinds of instruments within me and my siblings. And finally, I want to say thank you to Mr. Kevin. I want to say thank you to Kevin. Even though you usually didn't know how to help me, you kind of also acknowledged that I was over in my own little world.
Mr. Losando, Ms. Bach, and the rest of the staff for making this year a really memorable senior year. And even though we had some difficulties, it was still a really fun season, and I'm gonna miss band a lot.
I love you all. Mwah. Thanks for everything.
You're so...
I'd like to thank my family and my friends for giving me this. No, the coaches and people in general. You're gonna meet a lot of people. I don't know, just embrace every moment, because it'll be gone before you know it.
To the staff, thank you so much for everything you've done. Thanks for always being by my side through the thick and the thin. I really appreciate it, and I just thank you for accepting me. Mr. Penny, thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleader on and off the field, and I don't think I could be where I am today without you in color guard or in life. You've taught me so much more than just color guard. You've taught me how to be a good leader and a good friend, and I just thank you for everything. Thanks for everything you've done for me, and I'm really gonna miss you.
I'd like to thank Mr. Losando and Ms. Bach for teaching the class that taught me so much more than academics, and I'd like to thank my section and my friends for making band so much fun and helping me survive marching season.
To the low brass section, I love you all. It's been an honor being your section leader. And to the remainder of the band, remember when we beat you in Band Olympics?
Bye everyone.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good